Hi everyone, it's results day, yay! I've pinked my hair for the occasion. What do you think? So first, before I tell you my results, so please watch to the end, please. I just wanted to go through the week and tell you about how I found it. I know I did do some individual videos. If anyone's interested, you can go back and watch those. Go watch them, go on, you know you want to. Watching me and what I'm eating all week. Anyway, I'm going to start first with hunger of intermittent fasting. Well, what is there to say? When you're hungry, you're hungry. I will say I've been taking the apple cider vinegar drink all week and it has helped, but you still get hungry, and I have missed my breakfast a lot. I love breakfast. It has only been a week, so you know, maybe that might change in time. Who knows? Am I going to carry on? You can probably tell by the smile on my face that I have lost weight, but I'll save how much till later. I did a video first thing when I woke up of getting weighed. I was still very sleepy-eyed, and I was pleased with the results. So hunger, I wasn't keen on that, and moving forward, I think if I'm going to do this, it needs to be a lifestyle thing, and I don't want to spend every single morning feeling really hungry. So I'm going to have to do some more research on that, see if it does change after time. I know I've watched a lot of videos and there's not many that speak about it, but they seem to have made it their lifestyle. So if they can do it and they're happy with it, then why can't I? You know, maybe the hunger will subside. I'll get used to it. I don't know. So that was the hunger side of it. Fasting, intermittent fasting. I never realised until I started looking into it how many different ways that you can do it. The lady I was following, she was called Jin, and it was a podcast on a channel called Zoe, and this Professor Tim Spector, who talks a lot and is doing a lot of research on intermittent fasting, and not just weight loss but the health benefits behind it. I've been learning so much, but I'm not an expert, no way, so I can't really discuss all of those to you. I can only suggest that you do visit those channels, Zoe, and have a watch for yourself. I did put a link in on a couple of videos ago. I can always do that again. But her method was like a 19-hour fast. So she'd stop eating at a certain time on a night, fast for 19 hours, go into the afternoon of the next day and then eat. I found that would be suitable for my life and the way that I do things and work. So I went with that. But also what interested me is that you get various views about intermittent fasting. Some people say that you have to go low carb, and I've done keto and I don't really like low carb. I like my bread and I like my chip butties. But what she said was that she would eat what she wanted in her window, her eating window. So if she wanted a donut, she'd have that donut. So that's kind of what I've done. But I found some real differences in the way I eat and the way I used to eat. Big meals, so I end my fast with a really substantial meal. I have been doing. And then what I found was that I didn't get hungry in time for my last meal. So I was struggling to get the last meal in. So sometimes I was only having one meal a day, and I didn't know if that was healthy or not, but I certainly wasn't getting the calories in. So there was definitely a calorie deficit. Ketosis, I've been testing myself for most of the week, apart from when I was at the caravan. and all of the days that I tested, I was in ketosis. So even though I've been having carbs in my eating window, I'm still reaching ketosis for the next day while I'm fasting. So I was quite happy with that. So I do like our method because I can eat what I want as long as I'm in that little bit where I'm supposed to be eating, my little window. So that was really interesting to learn. But I understand other people who are doing different fasting programs. If it works, fantastic. And if I'm moving forward with this, also, if I plateau, which, you know, it has only been a week, so I do understand why I've lost weight. But if I do plateau, then I might have to think about carbs in the future. So that's something else that I'm looking into. This, gosh, there's so much on it. I had no idea how popular it was, and how many people are doing it. And oh gosh, I've got to say thank you again to everybody who's been commenting and supporting me through this and giving me the little well dones here and there. I appreciate it. I started this YouTube channel because I wanted to hold myself accountable in losing weight, and certainly doing a video every single day and knowing that you've got to put it up and that you've got to look at your food, it's really motivating. It means you stick to it. And I think if I hadn't had this YouTube channel, I think I would have given up, because there were days when I got it so wrong. And even on the second day, I felt shocking. I felt poorly. I got it really wrong. And I was so tired. That's the next thing, tiredness. Very up and down. I'm still feeling tired, not much energy, but again, done my research and I know that that will pass, and that is usually 2 weeks apparently for your body to start feeling the benefits and for you to start getting a burst of energy. So if I'm going to do this, I'm looking forward to that burst of energy. Why do I want to lose weight? I started gaining weight once when I started working from home, which was a long time ago, to about 2017. But that was really slowly, and I was still running and exercising, but I was enjoying myself, not eating as healthy as I used to, and it did start to creep up. Then in 2020, my ovaries shut down. I went into full-on menopause, just like that, bang. And along with how I was feeling and not quite having access to the support I needed during 2020, like most people, I'm certainly not going to complain about the NHS. They've been fantastic. But I didn't quite know enough about HRT to get started on it straight away. I needed to talk to my doctor in depth, and of course everyone was very busy. So I kind of left it for a while. And the weight did start to creep on a lot. And I was very down. And so I stopped running. I had injuries as well, and I stopped running, and it just sort of tornadoed on me. The weight gain was just incredible, and it's kept going up. So this is why I felt that when I was about to turn 50, and I thought, I've got to sort myself out in all my life and my lifestyle and the way that things had turned out. And I felt that if I was going to feel better about myself, I would have to lose this weight. So I know people out there have made comments that I've got a lovely figure, thank you very much, and that I'm not big. But to me, I am, because I've always been slim. I've always struggled with my weight, but I've always been extremely fit, really active, and enjoyed wearing nice tight-fitting clothes, which I don't anymore. Everything's really baggy. So that was, that's a little bit of the history and why I'm doing this. Everybody feels there's something wrong with them. Everybody has that. And for me, my weight is a problem for me personally. So throughout the week, the other things that I noticed were how I enjoyed my food. when I put the meal in front of myself, I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. That might sound daft, but normally I wolf. I'm a wolfer. I put food in front of me and it doesn't touch the sides. I barely taste it. It's in. I stuff myself until I'm absolutely full. That's how I've been eating. And I've stopped doing that. It's very odd how it's worked. Because every single mouthful I'm thinking, oh, that's nice. So I'm chewing it and swallowing it, and I'm spending time looking at my food as though it's really precious. Well, it is. And I'm really enjoying my food so much more, which means I've been eating healthier. I'm enjoying the healthy foods. I have had some naughty days, you know, and I will say I've still been drinking wine and I've still lost weight, and that's a shocker. But I haven't been drinking, you know, I don't drink on an evening or anything. I've just had a large glass of wine with my evening, my last meal, and went on a weekend at the caravan with my lunch as well. So I've still lost weight while drinking wine. Yes! So moving forward, I'm going to give you the results. I'm going to show you the video of me getting weight. Well, it's just my ugly feet getting on the scales, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So, my starting weight, before I started the apple cider vinegar, my starting weight was 13 stone 7 pounds. The week of doing apple cider vinegar, I lost 2 pounds, so I was quite impressed. And my intermittent fasting week, I've lost a further 5 pounds. So in total, I've lost 7 pounds in 2 weeks. That's half a stone. Wow. And what's amazing is that only yesterday, which was day 7 of my last fasting day, I didn't think I'd lost any weight. All I noticed was that my bra isn't as tight. I feel like my bra's a little bit baggier. I didn't feel like I'd lost any weight in my face. My face still feels very round. And maybe it's because I've not been wearing jeans or anything. I've been wearing my leggings, my stretchy leggings. So I've maybe not noticed it in my clothes. But yeah, I was really shocked when I got on the scales. I was looking forward to it. I know it was literally like that. But I was shocked at the total weight loss is 7 pounds. 5 pounds in 1 week from intermittent fasting, still eating carbs, still drinking wine, just literally having that window. I've been stopping at eating first at 6 o'clock and then fasting till 1 o'clock the next day in the afternoon. Sometimes I didn't get to the 1 o'clock. By the time I got to eat, it was 2 o'clock because I've got a very busy full-time job. So in those, I sort of extended my window to 7 o'clock. So I've kind of given myself a little bit of flexibility with that hour. If I ate at 1, I stopped at 6. If I ate at 2, I stopped at 7. So I've kept my window, and it's still worked. Yay me! I actually did a little dance. I did in my PJs with my hair everywhere, half asleep before I'd had a coffee. I did do a little victory dance. Nobody watching but Willow. So yes, that's my week on intermittent fasting. So what am I going to do? Of course, I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to do it. I think 1 week was a nice little trial. I do think I'll plateau, but I'm not worried if I don't lose another huge amount of weight, because actually I prefer it when I lose weight slowly, a little bit at a time, because then it stays off. So I don't mind if I plateau. I'm not going to do videos every day, don't worry. But I will do regular check-ins and catch up and let you know how much I'm losing each week, or if I have suddenly reached a little plateau, a little hiccup. And then I'll think about what I'm going to do next. I'm going to continue to research, not just intermittent fasting, but apple cider vinegar and other health benefits. I've been learning a few new words and I can't pronounce them, so I'll learn how to pronounce them before I actually talk about them on YouTube. So that's it really. I've got some more videos coming up, and the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to step up my walking to power walking. And anybody who's been a subscriber for a while will notice I did a video on trainers. I was trying to find a new pair of trainers and I didn't, and I really need some. So I've got a huge hoard delivery of trainers coming and I must find a pair this time, because my current pair, they need to go on the bonfire now. They're literally disintegrating. But it's good, it's out of good use and they've been good, but I do need a really good pair of walking trainers. So that's coming up, so please head back for that. I'm also going to be doing some other exercise programs. I'm going to try some different things, and that's for toning. And for that, what I didn't realise or didn't think of doing was doing my measurements, because I do think I've lost weight off my bust. I'm not too bothered about that. Even when I'm slim, I've got a bust, so I'm not worried about that. But I'm going to do measurements and see how my inch loss goes, so that I can keep an eye on that, because then when I do feel like I haven't lost weight, if I've lost inches, I'll still be happy. So thank you so much for everybody who has stayed with me all week. And thank you to anybody who's watching this video. I know it's been a long one, but I was so excited. I couldn't wait, did my hair and my makeup, put my pretty dress on. I even put some heels on for you. And so I will be back soon with the trainers and a couple of other videos coming up on exercise. And I can't wait to see you again. Thank you so much for being on my journey with me. I'll see you soon. Bye.